Ladies and gentlemen, we have what could be some seismic breaking news. And it concerns none other than Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. They have, according to Mike Coppinger, signed to fight in December on the 23rd, only 2 days before Christmas, or in January. This comes from Mike Coppinger, and I've seen an article on ESPN, one on the Daily Express's website, and it's probably all over the place now. But Coppinger says December the 23rd or January for Usyk versus Tyson Fury. It's been signed and it's going to take place in Saudi Arabia. Now, I would personally say, this is just breaking news, but I would personally guess a more likely scenario would be January. Okay? Because Fury has the Ngannou fight, if that's what you want to call it, that sort of spectacle. And you never know. I mean, he could get injured. There could be something could happen which would mean he needs more time. If he is injured, fine. If you need more time, take it. But if they've signed, I expect them both to honour their agreement. No excuses, no pullouts. And if they've signed, credit to both of them, because I have been on this channel rightly scathing about Tyson Fury and his camp and Warren, especially Warren, and the WBC, appeasing Fury. But if he's actually signed to fight Usyk in either late December or January, that's fine by me. I tip my hat to him, just as I tip my hat to Oleksandr Usyk, and always have done. Okay? But we want to see this undisputed heavyweight fight. This is the flagship division. It concerns obviously a lot of money for both fighters, but it also concerns their legacy, the WBA, WBC, IBF and WBO titles, and possibly the IBO, WBO and IBO, and Ring Magazine belts. They're all on the line. I mean, the winner of this fight, when they put all those belts on, they might end up with a bad back, put it that way. But this is great news. This is really great news. October the 28th is going to be the Ngannou fight for Fury. So let's say he wins that easily. That still only leaves him November, December. That's less than 2 months to get ready. So I think a more likely scenario will be January. And apparently, Fury's promoter and Queensberry Promotions top dog, Frank Warren, has posted on Twitter, or X I think it's now called, to confirm the news. And he's saying this is the biggest fight that could possibly be made in our sport. Yes, he's right. For once, Frank, you're right. And he thanks His Excellency, I forget the name of the guy now, one of the royal family, Alexander's Usyk's promoter, Alex Krasuk. He weighed in saying, I can't believe it's happening, but it is. Respect to Tyson for his courage. Yes, this is what we've wanted. Now, interestingly, Hearn was hoping to put Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. on the same date, December the 23rd. Well, I never liked that fight anyway. I always considered it a gimmick fight. I'm not interested in it. I don't care about it. The Usyk versus Fury fight, I most certainly do care about. Most certainly do. And, yeah, what can I say? Fantastic news. I mean, this really is absolutely great, you know. But let's not get our hopes up too much, because we know what can happen, especially where Fury is concerned. But look, if it happens, it's fantastic. I really hope it's going to happen. This is what we've wanted to see for a long, long time. You know, marvellous news. What can I say? Do you have any thoughts on this? Do you have the attitude that I'm kind of trying not to get away from, which is wake me up when we get there, you know? We've been disappointed so many times in the past. Do we really want this? You know, this. Obviously we want it, but do we really want to assume this is true? You know, there does seem to be some validity to it, definitely. And this kind of reminds me a bit of when Mayweather and Pacquiao finally signed to fight each other, and it was like, really? You know, well, I'll believe when I see it. Well, I have the same attitude. That happened. I don't think this fight is, unlike that fight, I don't think this fight, Usyk and Fury, is past its sell-by date. On the contrary, I think this is the right time to do it. Do it now. Well, maybe the right time to do it was earlier this year, probably was, but this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, great news. Comments below, obviously. Tell me what you think. Are you in the believe it when I see it camp, or are you thinking, no, this seems to have legs. I think this is going to work. I've got a foot in both camps, so I'm gradually being pulled apart. But leave your comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing, and please leave a like as well. I appreciate your time as always. And yeah, fingers crossed, toes crossed, and everything else crossed. Bye for now.